Kuchum Khan was the last Khan of the Khanate of Sibir. Kuchum Khan's attempt to spread Islam and his cross-border raids met with vigorous opposition from the Russian Tsar Ivan the Terrible, who sent a force of Cossacks to confront him head-on. Kuchum is particularly noted for the vigorous resistance he offered to the Russian invaders. Background: Kuchum was the son of Prince Murtaza from the Shaban dynasty. In 1554, he contested the throne of the Siberia Khanate against the incumbents brothers Yadega and Bekbilat, who were both vassals of Russia. In 1563, Yadega was defeated and Kuchum assumed the throne. In 1573, Kuchum conducted a raid on Perm. It was this and other minor raids which prompted the Tsar of Russia to support a Cossack invasion of Siberia. War with Russia. In 1582, the Siberia Khanate was attacked by the Cossack Atman Yermak, who defeated Kuchum's forces and captured the capital Kashli. Kuchum retreated into the steppes, and over the next few years regrouped his forces. He suddenly attacked Yermak on August 6, 1584 in the dead of night, and killed Yermak and most of his army, regaining control of the now-ruined Kashli. Kuchum attempted to unite the rival factions within the Khanate nobility but met with resistance. After an unsuccessful attempt on his life by Karachi Syed Khan, Kuchum was forced to move his horde to the steppes south of the Irtish River. There he attempted to establish a new Khanate, engaging in war against Russian governors. In 1590, Kuchum raided the Tatars around Tobolsk, who were paying yasik to the Russians. In 1591, Koltsov caught Kuchum on the Ishim River and captured two of his wives and his son Abdul-Khair, who was later given estates in Russia. In 1594, the Fort Atara was built in part to control Kuchum, who was in the area. In 1595, Kuchum's followers were raided on the Upper Irtish. In 1597, Kuchum asked for negotiations and the Tsar and Abdul-Khair wrote from Russia offering estates in Russia in return for surrender. Before September 1598, Andrei Voykov caught a large group of his followers at a place called Ubleg and later caught Kuchum on the Ob River. Kuchum fled, but the Russians killed two of his sons and captured 5 other sons, 8 wives and 8 daughters. A Muslim cleric was sent to negotiate. Kuchum replied, describing himself as deaf and blind and without subsistence, and said that he had not submitted before and would not submit now. This was his last contact with the Russians. He is believed to have died c. 1605 in Bukhara. In 1620, his son Isham Khan married a daughter of Kho, who was then leading his people from Daria to the Volga. Kuchum is portrayed in numerous Tatar and Russian songs and legends. His descendants remained in Muscovy, eventually assuming the title of Sibirsky. In 1591, Kuchum's son, Abul-Khair, was the first of his dynasty to convert to Christianity. His conversion was followed by the conversion of his entire family, who eventually assimilated into the Russian nobility. For instance, although Abul-Khair's son was known as Vasily Bulgarovich, his grandson's name, Roman Vasilievich, could no longer be distinguished from a native Russian name. In 1686, the Tsar decreed that the dynasties of the ruler of Imertia in the Caucasus along with the Tatar princes of Siberia and Kasimov were to be in the genealogical book of the Russian nobility. In 1661, a man who was said to be a descendant of Kuchum fought the Russians in Bashkiria. In 1739, during the Bashkir War, Karasakal was said by some to be a Kuchumite.